So let's talk now about my visit with my dad and how that went. So my dad, his birthday is July 1st, and it is going to be the first one without my mom. And I imagine it's going to be tough for him. I bought him some fishing gear and veterans shirts. So my dad is a 5-tour Vietnam veteran. He has a Purple Heart and Bronze Star. And he is, in my eyes, I always viewed him as invincible because he survived being shot in a mortar attack when he was sent over to Vietnam. The only time that I've seen him break down was when he lost his wife, my mom, and it occurred 4 days after their 46th marriage anniversary. So I make these videos and I show you that, I'm living the life and I'm going through the motions and I'm still trying to celebrate, my dad's birthdays and Father's Day and stuff like that. But it's not easy without my mom being around. So, and I still can't get the images out of my head of her with a ventilator down her throat, with her eyes needing to be shut, and she had to be almost like in a state of paralysis so that she wouldn't inadvertently remove the ventilator. And when we FaceTimed her, she'd be crying, and she must have been in so much pain. So, the nursing home should have sent her to the emergency room sooner. They kept saying she was asymptomatic. And then we would call and call and call. We were supposed to get vitals. My dad is her healthcare proxy because she could barely speak English. She was Japanese. And she went a long time without eating and drinking water. And I don't know how you can be asymptomatic for several days and then suddenly your oxygen level drops below 80 and you need a ventilator, and having no symptoms leading up to it. And there's a rumor going around that private facilities are accepting stipends for COVID positive patients. And if that's true, these nursing homes are making a profit the longer they keep a patient in their facility that's COVID-19 positive. Now, the family wasn't made aware that there was COVID outbreak at this facility. My mom had back surgery for sciatic back surgery. And then 2 days later, she was being shipped out by a van to the rehab facility. And we didn't even get an option to select where she was going. It was based on an open bed. And I don't understand how ethically the place could be accepting patients if there were not measures in place to control the outbreak. So shortly thereafter, she ended up getting sick because because she was exposed to it, you know? We tried everything in our power. We called the hospital to say, hey, can we get her transferred? I know they're saying she's asymptomatic, but she's high risk, and we need to catch it before it turns into an issue. And that wasn't happening. That wasn't allowable for us. And then look what happened. She ends up dying. And I didn't even get to say goodbye the proper way. So I go through the motions, and I go to work, and I put on makeup, and I try to smile, and sometimes it's just so fake, because you have to fake it till you make it, you know? But someone needs to do something. Someone that has the ability to make change needs to step in and look at this facility and see what's going on. Because now there's 23 deaths, over 30 positive patients. I mean, there's other nursing homes that are under investigation with less deaths. Why is this facility being ignored? I put in a complaint, and I was told by the investigator that I could reach out to the facility to share feedback as to how they could do better in the future. How about you just don't let people die? How about that? Don't wait too long. Let them get the treatment sooner. It's just, I don't understand. And I was featured in the news, and I shared my story, and, you know, some of it was missing because you're only given so much time to express yourself, but people had questions, and people were complaining my face was shiny, what's wrong with her face, with this and that, not even paying attention to the story, not paying attention to the fact that my mom, when she arrived to the ER, had bloody, cracked lips. I got her death certificate, and she died of multiple things, at least 6 contributing factors. Her body parts were turning black, for crying out loud. So if she were to live, who knows, they may need to have amputated those body parts. She was in such a state of suffering from COVID-19. People, I hope you understand that you may be young, but my mom was a person, and someone exposed her to it, you know, and I was constantly told by the nursing home they were all understaffed, overworked and understaffed. I don't know if corners were being cut, and the state is doing a 28-point audit, which is a checklist, and like, what does that mean? All you have to do is be a licensed nurse and have infectious disease experience to complete the checklist. So is the facility self-reporting their own scores, or are investigators showing up and not, like, unannounced and actually checking to see if there's compliances? This is unacceptable, and it's a form of neglect, in my opinion. So, yes, I still wear makeup, and I still have to wash my face, but I hurt every day. And here's just another day where I'm still suffering. And my dad looks sad, so sad. And for someone that served the country, such as him, he didn't need to lose his wife like that and see her in that condition. It was completely avoidable. And that's all I have to say today.